So I just pulled you guys in here to review something. It's nothing like crazy new or anything. It's just surface area. Right? You guys went over that like last week, right? Do you remember surface area? You don't remember surface area? Okay. You remember area? Okay, let me back up a bit. Is that 2D or 3D?
2D.
Do you agree with that? Is that 2D or 3D? Is that a 3D shape or a 2D shape?
2D.
2D? What do you guys say?
2D.
2D? Okay, do you know why?
No.
It's not 3D.
No? Okay, is this a 3D shape?
I said 2D.
It is.
It doesn't look it doesn't look 3D shape because of its the way it's formed.
Okay.
And
So what's the difference between this one and this one?
Oh.
What's the difference between the 2D and the 3D?
I'll tell you
Oh,
why it's not.
I know.
Okay.
Press that up. Because that one's flat, so it's a 2D, and the other one is 3D because it's like this.
This. What's the name of this? You know the name of this?
Cube?
Cube?
Thing.
I know it's a
Rectangle?
cube or something.
Well, that's the name of the shape,
Chop.
but
Oh.
this one's flat, this one's not. What's Miguel trying to explain? What's that thing called? When it has that depth.
Yeah.
Yes, because see, this one is called 2D. Do you know what the D stands for?
2D.
Yeah. 2D. Do you know what that stands for right there? No? You guys have just heard it, but you never actually heard the full name?
3D.
Dimension. Alright, dimensions.
Oh yeah, I have that in my notes.
You have that in your notes. Good, dimensions, because this one
I heard of it.
you measure like two ways. It's got a height and it's got a length. Okay? This one has three. This one has like a length, it's got a height, and what Miguel was trying to explain right here.
Oh, I
It's a
get how
depth.
it's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It's like depends how the sides are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So, for example, this little piece of paper right here is this 2D or 3D?
2D. 2D.
Okay, it's actually 3 because if you get a small enough ruler, you can measure the width. Right? Pretty much anything in real life is going to be 3D. And anything you draw is going to be 3D. Okay? Just so you know. So, I want you guys to notice something. Look at it.
It's a rectangle.
Yeah. How many shapes do you have there?
4.
6.
Okay, actually, let's back up. Let's back up. How many faces do you have there?
6.
6 faces?
Oh, no.
No, 4.
It kind of looks like this, right? And then it goes a long way like that, yeah? Kind of like that, right?
6.
Never mind.
Looks kind of like that. I know mine's a little sloppy, but looks kind of like that, right? Okay. How many? You have 1, right? How many faces do you have? How many?
1.
You know what the faces are? You remember what the faces
Oh
are?
wait, there's right here.
Yeah, like not the sides, but
Oh wait, there's
These
2
parts.
faces, right?
2 faces.
There's 6. 'Cause
6 faces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Okay. Now, how many of those faces are the same?
There's 2 that are
2 and 2.
yeah.
2 and 2?
2 that are short and 2 that are
Okay, so you have this face that also repeats on the back, right? And you have this face that's where it says Jenga. It also repeats on this side, right?
And then
And then you have the face at the bottom. I'm just going to use an arrow to point at it. That repeats at the top, right? So when you're doing surface area, you have to remember you need to find the area of a 2D shape, and then you just add them all together, right? So if you have 2 of each face, do you need to find, and you have 6 faces, do you need to find the area 6 times?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
think,
Hmm?
I think
You think? Let's do it this way. Let's say this one is 3 and this is 4, right? And let's say the long way is 7, right? So look at your block. Look at this short face right here. What would be the area? What's the formula for the area of that rectangle?
Well, wouldn't it be
12?
3 inches or something?
Right now it's just 3 units.
Oh.
But what's the formula though? How'd you get 12?
By doing 4 times 3 base
Okay.
times height?
Okay, base times height. So we know that the area of this rectangle is base times height. Is that going to be the same formula for all the shapes?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Okay. So we're going to use that same formula, just different numbers, right?
Yeah.
So for that one is 3 times 4. For this, for shape 1, and then we got 2 and 3. 3 times 4. So area of 1 equals, you said 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those faces do you have?
2.
So do I need to do this again?
No, you just have to do 12 times 2.
There you go. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to get at. When you're looking at a 3D shape.
Answer, that'll be the final answer, I think.
Okay, but raise your hand, just interrupt. Say that again. Raise your hand. Say it again.
Well, maybe once you multiply those numbers, those two numbers, sometimes still maybe you'll get your final answer.
Yeah, it will, because you have 2 faces, so you gotta
Because I'm pretty
find.
good at multiplying.
Good, good. You're gonna need that in a minute. But I was saying, when you're looking at a 3D shape, you have to notice which sides are the same. And then you just multiply the area by that many times, all right? I'm telling you that so that you know how to work out the next problems that you guys are gonna get, because they're not all gonna be that simple. Well, actually, before I give you your shapes, what if you had something that looks like this? Okay, let's look at this one. How many faces would this have?
I made a red.
Yeah, if you're having a hard time visualizing, you just go like this with your hands.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a triangle, dude, so it's more like this. How many faces does that have?
But counting only the triangle or also like the back?
All of it. So
I
5.
like the pyramid.
5. You guess it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the bottom base.
5.
5 faces. Are they all the same shape?
No.
3 are, yes, they're the same, but 2 are not.
Okay, good point. So right here you have 3 rectangles, and then you have
2 triangles.
2 triangles. Okay.
I don't know.
Do you remember the formula for the area of a triangle?
Yeah. Times base times height.
Okay, so area equals, wow, these are bad markers, sorry about that.
A slice of pizza.
Area equals half times base times height. Or, I like to write it this way sometimes. Area equals base times height divided by 2, okay? You take your option. And how many times are you gonna calculate that?
1.
1, and then what are you gonna do with it?
Times by the other triangle, like 2. The whatever you get times 2.
Other side.
Yes, because it's the same side on, the same shape on both sides, same
Because it's
measurement.
whether you're gonna multiply by one side or you're gonna do the
Yeah. So notice that on a prism, these are prisms by the way, like this one, like the Jenga one, you have 3 pairs, right? 1, 2, and 3. And on a pyramid, like on a triangular prism like this, you have like 1, 2, and then like a lonely one on the bottom. Got it? Okay, good. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let you guys find the surface area of a prism, except you don't know what prism you're going to get. I don't know what prism you're going to get. I cut out different ones here. You're going to work it out on your table, right? I'm going to give you markers so you can work it out on your table. Write your final answer right here, which says surface area. And remember, the units for surface area are always what?
Units, inches.
Squared. I want to see that squared. Don't forget the squared. You might get inches, you might get centimeters, whatever. Make sure you write it squared. So like centimeters squared.
Is there the cube also? Is there the cube of 3?
No, the cubes for volume.
Oh.
Alright, go ahead. Take your first pick. Alright, cool. Alright, you have your shapes. Got them? Good? Okay. We got how much time do we have left?
19 minutes and 14 seconds.
19 minutes. Okay, so that's about how much time we're going to have to solve all this, right? I'm going to let you guys go at it for about 2 minutes. Then I'm going to stop you. I'm going to see where you're at. I'm letting you right on the table. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, it's good.
What if we make
How
a
dare
mistake
you.
on it?
Huh?
What if we make a mistake on this?
Oh, that's a good question. Where's the tissues? Miguel, do you mind handing out some tissues?
It's too far.
Then get up. Triangles. You know what? Let me make you guys a list real quick.
Here, you cannot see.
If you have any questions, raise your hand. I'll come to you. I'll explain life to you. By the way, I want to see how you guys do. I want to teach you this because on like the A-net and all that, you know how you guys, to do this, you have the cutouts? Okay, on the A-net, you may not have a cutout. So you practice how you would do it. Okay, give me the area. What shapes are you dealing with?
This one.
This one? Okay. Can you kind of read your own drawing there?
Yeah.
Okay. So which side's the 12? Oh, you drew it. Which way did you draw it? It's supposed to be like this, like standing up, but you drew it this way? So the 12th on the bottom? Okay, that's fine. So how many areas are you going to need to find?
2,
How many pairs are there? Remember there's pairs of sides that are the same?
6.
Well, there's 6 faces. But there's 2 of each face, right? How many pairs is that? You have 6, and you pair them up.
With 3.
Good. So you got to find 3 areas, right? Let's find the area of this right here. What's this? Just this one.
2.
You want to see this one?
1. 4.
You got the numbers right there.
12.
12 by what?
6.
Okay, let's write that over here. Area. Well, times 6. Let's just write it as 12 times 6. Okay, we'll erase that. Now here's what I want you to do. Draw an A. Write an A. Over here. No, over here. You're going to do a little 1 right here. Equals. Got it? This is shape 1. And it's the same as back here, right? So these two are the same? Okay. So what's that? Give me the answer, man. 12 times 6.
18.
Times.
Multiply.
Times. Yeah, multiply. You can work it out on the side. Yeah, I know. They kind of cut out there. It's actually, it's a dotted line. Means that's the height. It just printed out kind of weird.
But what do I do? So what did I do wrong?
Well, let's see. Area equals half times base times height, right? So what's your base? 6, right? What's your height?
5.
5?
Oh,
On a triangle, the height's never like this. It's always,
so 4?
yeah.
Oh, 4 to base.
You know, the 6 was fine.
No, because base is first.
Okay, fine. Base is first. Actually, well, yeah, fine. Base is first.
So then I have to do 6 times 4. No, 1.
This side, like, towards, facing towards, forward. But the crooked way, but.
Okay. So see, it's kind of like a box. Okay. It's kind of like a box, kind of like this thing,
But I
right?
made it flat.
Okay, that's fine. But look, this flat side. What's the area for that one? What are the measurements for
Wouldn't
that
it
one?
be 16 inches?
16 by what?
And then 9 inches on the bottom.
Yeah. So that's your area. You do it like this.
And then 4 inches would be the corner.
Do like this. Do a little one. You said it was 16 times 9?
Yeah.
Okay, figure that out first. Okay. We'll get back to that. Write the same thing except see how I put a little 1? put a little 2 now.
Wait, so I put an 8 and then put a 1?
Well, for that one, yeah. Then we're going to go down here. A2 equals. So what's the second shape? Which one? What side are we going to look at now? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the height on that one?
So basically it would be kind of the same.
Kinda. What's the height?
16 inches.
Okay, 16. Write that down. Times. And then this one is not as wide. It's not 9. This one's a little narrower.
So it would be like 4 inches.
4. 16 times 4. Now we got this. See this top part?
Yeah.
We have that. So let's do A3. Equals. Okay. What's the top?
It would be 4 inches.
4. Okay, good. 4. By what?
It would be 4.
Well, which line is the same line?
Oh, so it would be 4 and times 9.
Yeah. Now you just gotta multiply those. Figure those out.
Okay.
Oh, this is Daniel's. I'll let you use it. There's a timetable back there.
Oh, I can solve that on my own.
Oh, you saw it on your. All right. If you get stuck, it's back there. 4.
12.
24.
Well, that's what this told me. Put the in.
Yeah, no, I just said 6 times 4. That's 24. And then half times 12 is, half times 24 is 12. Yeah, good. So you figured out the area for this.
But
How
I
many-
didn't do anything with the 5.
That's okay. You don't need to worry about the 5 right now.
Oh,
You're focusing on the triangle first, right?
okay.
How many triangles do you have?
1,
Really?
2.
The 3D shape, yeah. So, what should you do with that?
This we times it times 2.
Yeah.
So 12 times 2, and then
That's just going to put you back at 24.
24.
Okay, but see, now you have the area of the 2 triangles.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Like, save that, all right? Let's find the area of these 2 sides, and then the base.
So then I have to do this times 2, because there's 2 sides. Because
That's the side, that's one.
this is right here.
Actually, is it times 2 or times 3? What do you think? Do you think the base is going to have the same measurements?
No, times 3.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, this one's 5 by 11. What's the base going to be?
11.
6 by,
11.
yeah. So that one's different, huh?
Yeah.
So that one gets its own separate. I know you can't see the base, but it's the underside. That one gets its own separate thing going on.
Okay.
But yeah, you would multiply that by 2.
Okay.
Bro, windows on my ship here. Maybe.
Area 1, area 1, area 1. Let's kind of keep that in a box here. Don't use your sleeve, you have this. Let's find a different area now. What's another shape we have? We just figured out the area for this shape right here, right? What about this rectangle?
Big.
Okay, so it's 14 by what?
12.
Okay, 14 by 12. Let's figure out 14 by 12. Have one triangle, or are you going to have more?
More.
How many?
2.
Okay, good. Let's keep that in mind. So the formula for a triangle is base times half times base times height, right? Is that a calculator? Ah, good. Grab that. So I want you to do me a favor. Can you write the formula for it? Just so you know it.
Which one?
Right here where it says area equals half times base times height.
Alright.
Green one. Just the top one. Top one.
Alright.
Okay. No, you don't need the bottom one because I wrote 2 different ones. Okay. So let's rewrite this. So A equals half times. What's your base? Look at your shape. What's your base? Base is usually like at the bottom of a triangle. Yeah, that's the bottom. So what's the base?
12.
Okay, 12. And how high is it? Like, what's the height? 9 times 9. Alright, so when you put in the calculator, that's going to go in as 0.5. So 0.5 times 12 times 9.
5 times.
And then let me know what your answer is.
Wait, what you say?
12, 0.5 times that.
5
X,
times
yeah.
12
Times
times 9.
54. Alright, that equals 54. Okay, and how many triangles do you have? Look at this shape.
2
Right? Okay, so multiply that by 2.
quarter.
Yeah, 2. See how I wrote area 1 with the A and the little 1? Do an A with the little 2. With the little 2. Little 2. Not at the top. Down there. Equals. What did you multiply?
14.
14 by?
12.
Write that down. 14 times 12. What was your answer?
208.
208. Is that it? 14 times...
Took me 396.
14 times 12. 168. How did you get 208? Alright, well, let's write down this number. Okay, which one's left? So we did 12 by 6. We did 14 by 12. What's left? How about this? You see the shaded one? Which one? What would that one be? Here, erase with that. See the shaded one? How long is that? Yeah. How long is this? Oops. This right here. How long is that?
14.
Okay. And how about? So we got 14 by what?
6.
14 by 6. That's your last one. Do an A and a 3. And a little 3 equals. You said 14 by 6? Okay, figure that out. What's this?
I don't know.
How'd you get 22 out of 55 times 2?
No, don't listen to that.
What's 55 times 2?
Uh-huh.
55 times 2, you were on the right track, you just got the wrong number.
Oh. Times 2, right?
Yeah, because you have 2 of these, right? Yeah?
So we had to do just times that to that?
Yeah. So
And then when we get this answer,
what's left?
we...
You'll have one side left after that.
I'm done with triangles, so...
What about that base at the bottom?
Yeah, okay.
So let's get that one.
Got it.
Got it? What is it? 84. Okay. How many of these sides do you have?
72.
Yeah, how many of those sides do you have? That's this one. How many?
14.
No, you have 2. You see that?
2.
Okay, so do times 2.
5. 2.
Yeah, times 2. How many of these sides do you have? 14 by 12. That's this one. 14 by 12. How many of these?
2.
Good. So do times 2. And how many of these do you have?
Times 3.
Okay, times 2. So that's what I want you to do now. Multiply each of these by 2. So 72, 168, and 84. Got it? Got it? Here's your calculator. Don't color it this time. In just a sec. Okay, now you see this?
You will have to do this.
Hmm? Oh yeah, you're gonna multiply it by what?
2.
Multiply it by 2. Just gonna. What would be your next step? After you multiply these by 2, what are you gonna do with all the numbers?
Add them.
Add them. Good.
So I don't know what to do with 6 and 11.
Well, it's an area. How do you find area? And that's a rectangle. So what's the area of a rectangle?
Base and side.
Yeah. So what would you do?
Base and side. So 6 times 11.
Yeah. And then what would you do? You would have this number. You would have 6 times 11, and you have 24. What do you do with those 3?
We add them.
Good.
So this and this and this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a little. This is
Rodriguez, I got 200
It's all wrong?
squares.
good. Well,
Can I erase
you
it?
have two of these sides, so right? So you have to multiply that by what?
Oh wait, but the thing is, I don't get that. Do I have to like add all this, like the answers?
Not yet. There's one step missing.
Oh,
How many of each side do you have?
I think altogether would be 144.
144. That's just one side.
Oh, okay.
So what you would do is multiply each of these by 2. Do you know why?
Got
Do you have the block?
answer.
Did I give you the block? Did I take the block back?
Yeah, it's all there.
Can you erase this?
Yeah, erase it. Okay, guys. Go ahead, erase it. Go to SSR.
648.
Oh, you weren't supposed to erase it.
Ah,
But you see how you have two of the same side?
yeah.
So that
What
means
do
you
we
find
do
the
with
area
So that
of
would be
one side.
16, and the other side would be other 16.
Yeah, so you would find the area of one side and multiply it by 2.
Oh, I get why. 16 times 16 would be 144.
That's what
Ah, I
So
forgot.
Write it
we're going to keep working on this, right?
Yeah.
Because